Shane. This is Michelle, Georgia and Brandon. We're a family from Australia and we just love Japan. But now we've come to the end of our epic road trip across Japan. After 4 islands, 12 cities, 28 days, 4,000 kilometres and 19 videos, we are finally in Tokyo. We're in Tokyo and we've made it down to the subway. Our Haiku cards from Kyoto actually work, so that's really good. I love this intercity transference of their IC cards. And we're at Suidobashi station and we're just heading over a couple of stations to go get some coffee, of course. And then we'll do some exploring before we meet up with some friends for lunch. Last time we were in Tokyo we had prams, so it was a bit hard to get around. We had to use elevators or find them, and a lot of stations didn't have them. But now we're using elevators anyway. Stations are still confusing though, so there's still lots of walking around looking for the right exit to come up, because you don't want to come up at the wrong exit. They could be miles away from where you want to go.
I want to be in the video too.
Just keep wandering and wandering down these long halls, don't we, Georgia? As I said, it's so much better that we don't have prams, so we don't have to worry about if we get to a dead end with just stairs, have to carry it up.
Because I'm too old for prams, so even Brandon's 5, I'm 8.
Somewhere in Tokyo.
If you come to Tokyo, you have to get this, and there's a chocolate bagel, and I got it, and it's actually really good. That's what it looks like. I got the piece for Brandon. He likes it.
Glitch is in Chiyoda, which is just off, well, one of the stations. The station we got off is Jimbocho station, but it's in Chiyoda city. And the coffee is really, really good. Very friendly, very good service.
So much.
Yes, the croissants and the cinnamons are very good, aren't they? Oh yeah, gross. For the subway trains. We're all just in the queue here, aren't we? Yes?
We're going on
Another train. Higashi-Ginza next one. Ginza. We've just had lunch with some friends at a little izakya in Ginza, and it was one of the better meals we've had and also one of the cheapest. It was really inexpensive, so local knowledge is a thing. We just stumbled onto Godzilla. This is heading towards Hibiya station from Ginza. Hello, Godzilla. I'm scared.
Game begin. Game over.
in a little coffee shop. It's a Turret Coffee, and it's a pop-up store in what used to be the old Sony building. The Sony building used to be this big white thing that used to stand on this spot. Now it's still the Sony building, but there's lots of other little modern and funky shops, Sony theme based. There's a thing called Conveni, a t-shirt and clothing shop that's Sony as well.
It's made to look like a convenience store, and it's got fridges full of cartons of t-shirts and bottles. Really quite interesting. There's also an Aibo play area. Aibo were those little robotic dogs that were popular in the 90s, and I think they disappeared for a long time. But it's still a little bit of a surprise to see these Aibos still working.
So this is the famous Ginza Crossing. It's second only to the Shibuya Crossing, and we've been to the Shibuya Crossing once. We've been to the Ginza Crossing, dozens of times. This is our favourite one because it's one we did with Georgia many years ago. So we've just come back here to recreate that scene with Georgia from 6 or 8 years ago, whatever it was. Still noisy, still busy. We came to the Hedgehog Cafe in Harajuku and to hold hedgehogs for half an hour. And for the four of us, 6,000 yen, which is around about $70 or $80. So it's not cheap. This is probably one of the most ethically dubious things we've ever done. So what do you get for your 6,000 yen? Well, you get half an hour of hedgehog time. It's a few yen more to feed it, and you also get the free vending machines over the back there. So any of the drinks out of those vending machines are free. Food includes. There's a price list behind me, and that is to buy the hedgehogs anywhere from 30,000 to 100,000 yen. 100,000 yen, take off a couple of zeros, $1,000. There you go. Ooh-wee. We're doing the back streets of Harajuku at the moment, and we're looking for something for the kids. So I think they'll like I think this is it. Mushi Harajuku. Is that it? Oh, it's not that one. Keep going this way, everybody.
When you take my hand, then I am under your spell.
This would be the place. The one with the big cotton candy.
Recorded heart race. When you take my hand, then we go stargaze. Baby, I crave your affection. When I stepped in sweet confection, honey, you're my sugar.
In all the times we've come to Tokyo, 4, 5 times, I'm not sure now, this is the first time to Takeshita Street. So, oh my goodness, it is very busy and very crowded. Very cool though. So how different Tokyo Lawson is compared to Lawson's all over the rest of the country. Not at all exactly the same. It's really good. The consistency is freakily scary actually.
What is today?
Freakingly good. See this shelf here? This one right here? I think Michelle's tried just about everything on that shelf in the last couple of weeks. She's actually looking now to see what things she hasn't tried yet, and she's struggling. She's really struggling.
Keep going, move along.
We're staying at the B Hotel Suidobashi, quite near Tokyo Dome. We have some excellent views, and typical of Japanese business-style hotels, we have an enormous bathroom and plenty of floor space. Not bad at all for 13,500 yen per night, but that's about $135.
We've come to the back streets of Tsukiji to go to Turret Coffee, which is the same place we went to yesterday in Ginza, but that was a pop-up in Ginza. We've come to their original store, and surprise, surprise, the young lady that served us there yesterday was working here at the Tsukiji store, and she recognised us and thought it was pretty funny that we'd come back.
I got banana cake.
And Brandy had banana cake. The banana bread was delicious.
So delicious.
It was so delicious, wasn't it, Brandy? Because you maybe move. Cheesecake.
Egg sandwich.
Oh. This is Boulangerie Lyon out at Narita.
Out of Narita, I think he said.
That's right.
In Narita.
In Narita. No, out at Narita.
Don't bully me on my seat because I ran out of buttons.
And we're flying home this afternoon, so instead of getting a feed or lunch in Tokyo, we decided to just come out to Narita. And we saw this place when we were here a few weeks ago.
And there's a dad will point the camera in the window, and just now that was just replaced with sugar donuts. So dad will go on it.
So yeah, we brought out some sugar donuts, which we'll have. But yes, we've come out here to Narita to finish up our stay in Japan here, because this is where we started and this is where we're going to finish. So the next thing we've got to do is take the car back.
It's like a loop.
It is a huge loop. Oh, but last night we went and had sushi at a really good sushi restaurant called Tsukiji.
Oh, it was just great.
Sushi Nakamura. Not Sushi Nakamura in Roppongi where we first went.
That we were actually late to the sushi restaurant. We actually did the real one because we spent time at the other one trying to say
Where's our booking? And he says, what booking? And I went, oh dear, I think we've gone to the wrong place. So $25 cab ride later, we found the right place, and they'd been calling up our friends who had made the booking for us to say, ooh, the Nixons haven't turned up yet. So we did eventually turn up, and it was like one of the best sushi meals we've ever had.
It was awesome!
Young and up and coming sushi restaurant.
Oh, Nixon's mum's not.
No, that's right, Mum's not.
She's a Noonan.
And Brandy had things like ginger sushi. Sushi made up of
Ginger roll, ginger on top of rice,
what we can do now is cue the B-roll sushi porn right now.
Whee! Hot dog!
Finally made it to the right place. This is Sushi Nakamura in Tsukiji. We were welcomed warmly and then we took our seats at the counter and the sushi extravaganza began. Nakamura is a real sushi sensei, a sushi master. Watching a sushi chef like Nakamura is like watching an artist at work. Nakamura's attention to detail is just incredible. Sometimes you think making sushi is just slapping a piece of raw fish on some rice and calling it done, but there is a world of difference between your average food court sushi place and Sushi Nakamura. Every piece is delicate and uniquely textured and flavoured. There is a nuance here that you just won't find at a sushi train or a food court sushi place. First up, we served a series of appetizers and some really delicious sashimi. This is the first part of an omakase menu. Omakase means chef's choice, so we will be getting whatever's fresh and seasonal. Nakamura even made special ginger sushi for Brandy when he found that Brandy loves pickled ginger. He's a funny kid sometimes. Most people pick pickles off burgers, but Brandy will ask for extra pickles. Preparation of sushi is almost ritualized. It's a show, a performance, a piece of art, and I can sit and watch this sort of show for hours. Speaking of shows, there is a documentary called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. If you're in any way interested in sushi or sushi porn, watch that. It is incredible. It's about a sushi master called Jiro, and we were lucky enough to eat at his restaurant on our last trip to Tokyo. Jiro is an absolute legend. He made us feel really welcome. He wanted to have a photo with the kids as well. Usually at the end of a meal, he'll have a perfunctory photo taken with a client just to give them some sort of souvenir of their visit. Well, Jiro made sure that he was holding Georgia and that the kids were in the photo as well. So it was an absolutely fantastic experience. I think he was in his 90s when we were there, and as of this year, 2025, he's turning 100 years old and he still works occasionally, not as often as he did before. There's a famous photo of President Obama visiting Japan and eating at Jiro's restaurant with, I think it was Prime Minister Abe of Japan. Experiences like this, and it is an experience, don't come cheap. But if you come to Tokyo, you've got to try it at least once. It is something you'll never forget. Well, at least until your credit cards pay it off.
Well, it's like the end of our holiday, but we're actually back here because we just went in a loop as we told you just then. This is where it all started, the magical holiday of Japan.
And this is where it all finishes, isn't it?
And this is also where it all finishes. In Chad.
Narita Airport. We've checked our luggage through and it's time to have something to eat before we go through. So we're going to have a Freshness burger. Oh, my beep has just gone off. So the Freshness burger almost looks like the pictures. And then they got the toys.
These are Brandon.
Last toys of the trip. We bought a Gachapon almost every day, so we must have spent hundreds on toys. But yeah, they've been troopers, they deserve it.
I got a blind bag that's called Doorables, and this is the one I got. If you don't know him, search up Monsters and Characters. He might come up. He looks kind of like this, and yeah. Well, you don't have to search it up right now. Finish watching our video.
Airport Lawson, and so we had to take the chance with the last cream caramel for the trip. There's no way I was going to go to Lawson and get one of these, so
Hi guys.
going back home to put them weight again.
Basically, landed on a soft trampoline. Oh, really?
Firstly done, we've landed in Australia. This is Cairns, 6 AM. The other reason we know it's Australia is because you pay $5 for a little bottle of ginger ale here. Just keep forgetting how expensive this country is. 7-hour flight was more tiring than driving from Nagasaki to Kobe, and that was like an 11-hour drive. Now we're just waiting for our connecting flight to Melbourne. See this suspicious character next to me? Every time we go through an airport, Michelle always gets picked for the swab test. Every single time. It's just bizarre. When she was pregnant with Brandy, and when she had Georgia as a little toddler, she'd be walking along and they'd always pick her out. And I'd be standing there looking like an idiot. This morning, in fact, here at Cairns, the guy ran around me to stop Michelle going, man, please stop. Just so he could do the swab test. So she's a shady looking shifty character, don't you think? We just don't know. I've only ever been pulled up once, and that was because I was in the airport by myself. But I've never been swabbed once. Michelle gets picked up every time. In Australia that is. Actually, the only thing that's free at Cairns Airport is the internet. Everything else. Jesus, Australia's expensive. Can't wait to go back to Japan. So after a long day in the air and a transfer in Cairns to the flight to Melbourne, we finally got home to the dog. We picked up the doggy this arvo too, so we've got Cassie home here. And but one thing I did do, I brought home a couple of Japanese beers because they were little boutique ones. And I thought, how can I get them home safely? It's not that it was not illegal or a customs thing. It was just didn't want the bottles breaking my bag. But have a look at this trick. So if you're travelling and you want to bring home a bottle of beer or a dark chestnut ale from Shikoku, was it Kyushu? But anyway, if you want to bring home something like this, nice and safely without having special packaging, wrap it up in a plastic bag or something and stick it in your boots. Very nice little beer. Well worth bringing home. I've got another one in the other shoe. You don't think I'd come home with 2 empty shoes, do you? Safe and sound, and it made it. So I'm very, very happy. I will be after I chill this and have it. So we're back home, and it's good, but we've got to go back at some point.
So a funny thing happened on the way back to Japan. We had flights booked, and then stuff happened. Anyway, 4 years later, we're going to Vietnam. So stay tuned for the next video. In the meantime, here's a couple of videos you may be interested in checking out. And maybe subscribing. Thanks for watching.